In 2007, Gerard Way, the lead singer of My Chemical Romance, teamed up with Gabriel Ba to create a comic book named The Umbrella Academy. Inspired by Grant Morrison's run on Doom Patrol, the story centers around a dysfunctional family of adopted siblings with remarkable abilities, coming together to solve the mystery of their father's death, with their long-lost brother returning from the future and revealing that the end of the world is imminent. The comic was fast-paced, esoteric, and did not hold readers' hands in the slightest by withdrawing exposition in the face of style over substance. When I first read the first 2 volumes of Umbrella Academy, I thought to myself the same thoughts I had when finishing Watchmen, thinking that there was not a single way this would ever be adapted into a piece of film or television. Yet by differing itself and constructing its own unique identity from the comics, Netflix's Umbrella Academy has proved me wrong, and shown that there is most definitely room for Hargreaves' Orphans in a live-action format. One of the prime differences with the television show is that the writing is ingrained with a large amount of expository pathos. In its 10-episode run, it shows that comic book-based television and film has matured, and there's an opportunity to tell an emotional story. The Umbrella Academy has more in common with a show like Netflix's The Haunting of Hill House than, say, Arrow.
My name is Oliver.
At the core of the show is the relationship between the Hargreaves siblings. Despite the action and suspense at play, seeing how the brothers and sisters get along and don't get along with one another makes for some of the best moments in the show. With 10 episodes, we are given time to explore each character, learning more about their personality and life. Among Vanya, Luther, Diego, Allison, Klaus, and number 5, there's also Ben, but he's dead. Each of the children have extraordinary abilities. Luther has super strength, Diego can curve anything he throws, knives in particular, number 5 can travel through time, and Klaus can speak to the dead. What is astounding about the Umbrella Academy is the characterization each sibling has. There's a tragic element within each of the characters that not only provides a reason to care for them, but also a reason to try and understand them. Each of them comes with emotional baggage, which also stands to better flesh out why each of them has lived the way they have. Even though Diego comes off as the toughest among the siblings, we begin to understand where that anger comes from, making him a much more sympathetic character. Number 5's overall personality comes off as goofy and playful, but later in the show we learn more details about the struggles and secrets that he withholds. Everyone gets a fair chance to shine throughout the season, but if there were one character to stand out in regards to the siblings, it would be Ellen Page's Vanya. We learn that of the 7 superpowered siblings, she is the only one without a bombastic power, as her only talent is that she's an incredibly talented concert violinist. Much like in the comics, Vanya feels that she was ostracized from the family, left out of missions and even recreation. The show accentuates this drama, and as an adult, she still has this feeling like there's nothing special about her. In her interactions with the others, there's a distance that at times is heartfelt, but primarily comes off as cold and melancholy. The drama between the siblings is one of the show's greatest strengths, unique to itself, as each of the desires, fears, and pains of the characters is what provides the show its primary essence. One of my favorite characters in the comics were Hazel and Cha-Cha, 2 characters that you never see the face of and are incredibly mysterious. I felt as if they were a prime example to how esoteric the comic books could be, and remained one of my favorite facets of the graphic novels. This intrigue somewhat takes a backseat in the show in a way that left a sour taste in my mouth initially. As I gave the show more of a chance, the nuances and characterization of the 2 progressed and grew into a very unique and lovable interpretation. Beyond the characters, however, Umbrella Academy also provides a fun and intense narrative viewers can dive into from the very beginning. As the show progresses, the siblings continue to investigate their father's death, while number 5 works to prevent the end of the world. From the mystery behind a prosthetic eye to the existence of a time-traveling organization, the Umbrella Academy is a surreal piece of media. The twists that appear over time offer terrific bouts of surprise, bringing tension and suspense to the narrative. While the pacing might be patently uneven thanks to how Netflix likes to bloat out content, it is still aware of how long the show needs to linger before revealing a vital detail. As well, the show even withholds some mysteries that entice viewers to be anticipated for a second season that shouldn't polarize viewers. Unlike the numerous comic book movies and shows that exist today, the Umbrella Academy has more of a focus on exploring characters, rather than waiting for large and stylistic action set pieces. Unlike the fantastical lives that their characters live in the comics, the siblings in the Umbrella Academy TV show are more grounded. Their struggles are more relatable, making them more accessible. Among its contemporaries of cosmically enjoyable junk food, the Umbrella Academy is a work more so about growing up, about family, and the support that we are to provide for each other. While I was somewhat lukewarm on the show as a huge fan of the comics, I did grow to love how different the television show ended up being. Whatever season 2 has in store is sure to be 10 times wilder and more bizarre, so I do think it was smart to bring viewers in with something more digestible. For those who love comic book stories and television and are looking for something different, and in particular those who are looking for a show with a lot of heart, the Umbrella Academy is sure to impress. And if you're a fan of the comics, there's a lot of entertainment to be had if you set your expectations in the right place. Hey guys, I just wanted to thank you yet again for watching one of my videos. Again, this was one that was submitted by Michael Pimentel. We worked very hard to try and get this past the copyright bots on YouTube, and it looks like we finally succeeded in doing that, so hooray for that. This Saturday, just to basically make up for that, I'm going to have a Captain Marvel video as well, so 2 videos this week, so sure to check that out if that's something that you'd be interested in. It goes into the gender dynamics of the film as well as the stuff it says about immigration. Lastly, I do want to thank all of my Patreon subscribers, and a huge shout out to Mega Monse for basically keeping this channel alive this month. So be sure to check out my Patreon if you want to see the various benefits that I have there. Thank you again, and have a great rest of your day.